So many of you, those winds are just going to keep on blasting, fueling many of those fires. So this is a circumstance that if you've never been through it before, we do not wish that upon you, and certainly are really feeling for the folks dealing with that. Of course, the ongoing drought circumstance, you've got all that dry brush, and even looking across the plains, you've got moderate drought, 91%, and we just haven't gotten any better in terms of the moderate drought. And then, of course, in terms of the extreme drought for so many locations, the exceptional and the extreme, we really haven't seen improvements there. So you don't want to see it get worse, but you really don't also want to see it staying the same. Again, just very slight improvements, if any. Now, this is not an improvement in terms of what you want to see. These huge wind gusts, even getting up over 30 miles an hour, are going to be really tough in terms of dealing with this particular circumstance. Start to back off a little bit as we get into the second half of the weekend, but again, we would really like to see them lightening up a whole lot more than this. More people building in as we speak. Now, are you getting ready to do your own version of the Irish jig and be heading out? Well, make sure that you're bundled up across the Midwest and in cities, as we've been mentioning. We're talking about those temperatures staying on the cool side into Chicago. Also going to be talking about a little bit more light rain and the winds picking up. Current temperature readings right now, the 30-degree mark, but it feels like 20. So that is your current wind chill value. Now, as we advance along and talk about some other spots out there which are feeling the chill, we're definitely getting that cold blasting as we journey back into the plains, the northern plains, and look at that, below zero temperatures right now. There's the actual temperature readings into Fargo, and we've also got temperatures just barely above zero into Minot. Teen temperatures out there, of course, still feeling like the teens, as we mentioned, into Minneapolis and down towards Des Moines. Our jet stream has shifted south, not a huge barreling south, so where you are seeing the cold, you're really getting that blasting. But meanwhile, we're going to be talking a little bit later, coming up on Weekend Now, about locations which have been walking on the warm side across the southwest and even into the southeast, even some places hitting record highs. That is just not going to be the case in this particular region. So as we head into tomorrow, actual St. Patty's Day, with those festivities still going on, might even be an all-nighter for you. Might not even get some rest. You might even be ringing it in right at midnight. Temperatures into Green Bay stopping in the upper 20s. Again, we'll be focusing in on those wind chill values down into the low 20s in cities including Chicago. So again, that's just an FYI for you. Remember, to Minneapolis, your average high for this time of the year is the low 40s, and we're not even going to get anywhere near that in the coming days. And of course, with our next batch of wintry weather, with the next storm system moving on through, it is going to feel extra cold. And talking about those single-digit values for the beginning and just even middle stages and later stages of your work week as well. So not going to get near 41 anytime soon. And if you're heading off to Daytona, temperatures right now in the low 70s, but you also do need to be aware that there is a risk of rip currents for so many of our Florida beaches. So we're going to be highlighting that for you right now. So you've got the sunshine, you've got those tempting temperatures. They probably already tempted you outside at this point, at least out for lunch on the patio of a fantastic restaurant. Temperatures span the low and mid 70s, as you clearly see, and we are still going to be picking up with some of those numbers as we go through the next couple of days, but still that moderate risk of rip currents. And the reason that we want to mention that is that even experienced swimmers should not venture into the water. I would go ahead and just check with those local lifeguards and officials, because they definitely want to keep you safe.